Hello there, thanks for stopping by again for this second video about the 1946 to 47 database on release day. I'm going to release it tonight. It's the 21st of December. I'm working late tonight. It's 12:30 midnight, and yet this is what caused it. Now I'm going to show you quickly. So if you've watched the first video, you know I was doing these simulations trying to get as close as possible. But tonight we finally got it. Liverpool, United, Wolves and Stoke. The first time after hundreds and hundreds of tests we've actually got them finishing in exactly the same order. These guys are all sort of one or two places out, some a little bit more. Bottom half is generally right, middle is generally right, but these four are absolutely bang on. There's only a few points off the reel as well, so I'm so chuffed with that. But that wasn't all. This was the thing that clinched it. We've also got the goals looking good. We've got the average rating look good. Everything is pretty much bang on as it was. Jack Crompton, best clean sheets. Just, I couldn't have hoped for this. I have tested it so many times. It has been crazy. So basically, if you watch the first video, you'll notice we talked all about the old concept and what I'd been up to, and sort of it was a sort of still, I'd say it was only sort of 50% finished then. It's probably about 90% finished now, because now we've upgraded players with pictures. We've now got for a lot of the legends, we've now got the quotes here from their peers, which has been really fun to do. That was actually from a newspaper, a Wolverhampton newspaper. We've also got Tommy Lawton, for example, got a cracking one from his peers, Wilf Manny, another legend, tall, powerful, agile and crafty. Tommy was the complete centre forward, so I brought that into the sort of attributes, the agility, etc., and his decisions and things like this. So yeah, so it has come on. It's a lot prettier now than what it was. We are using the Prisec skin, so I will link that on FM Heathen on my Twitter, which is going to have a Google Drive link with everything you need to play. It's going to have the save file. It's going to have all the graphics that you can see here. It's going to have a link to the skin, and it's also going to have some tips and the sort of rationale behind it, and things like why I'm not letting you do transfers, because I don't want you to bugger it up. Basically, it's a simulation. So you're going to step into this world and cope with exactly the same problems that other managers had at the time. So I'm going to come back to this in a second. We're going to go straight into that actually, because here are all the future transfers. Now you can see this is the second video I've made because I didn't have my bloody microphone on, so I've already been highlighting and talking about things. So I'm going to get into this straight away. So all of these are future transfers. So probably about 70, or some of the players don't even exist. So we've got players from Southampton that isn't in the game, Derry City for example, and where possible I have managed to put the pictures in. If they just tend to have a face picture like that and maybe not an action picture, it's because I've maybe struggled to get a decent picture. But anyway, so all of these are in here now, and this is the problem I had last time when I showed you last time. I couldn't get, and I think I mentioned it at the time, I couldn't get these transfers to show up from outside of the league, and the reason is these clubs, I'd made them extinct. So you need to have them live, even if they're not in a league and competing. They need to be live to be able to do transfers. So that was the big clincher. So there you go. So all of those are in, and like I say, you can't do any transfers. You have to cope with the cards that you are dealt. So let's have a look at some of those problems here. You can see I had Chelsea highlighted already. So let's click it again. We're upside down alphabetically now. So Arsenal haven't got many coming in there. Blackburn have got a few coming in. This is over a sort of 3-year period. Blackpool, and then all sort of what you'd imagine them, you know. But when you get down to like Chelsea, in a 7-month period, Chelsea have 6 reasonable players coming in. So these are the ones you've got to look at if you want to do a save. That's quite a nice one. You've also got Tommy Lawton and Tommy Walker there as well, 2 cracking strikers. So that is quite a nice save actually, Chelsea. But let's have a look at the froms. Now this is the dangerous one. Right, look at this. This is I can't believe I chose to do Blackpool for a save, because I was amazed by Stanley Matthews and I just wanted to manage him. But look at the state of this. This is what I'm facing at the moment. So I'm now in June in 2023, which is 1947, the end of the first season when the DB starts. And I've lost all of these players. I'm about to lose these as well. My keeper, there's another keeper as well. Absolute nightmare. Jimmy McIntosh is my top scorer at the moment. I'm going to lose him. and it's such a good challenge. It's so difficult to do. I'm basically running everything through Stanley Matthews and Stan Mortensen, but the rest of the team is pretty weak. So this is what you've got to deal with, you know. Now we do get a few coming in. So that same season, we've already got Stanley Matthews at the end of this season, the first season. We've got Billy McIntosh, who's an absolutely cracking player for Preston, and I think he's done really well this year. So we're a year into it. I don't know if I did say it was a year into it. Of course we are. So he got 20 goals, and I'm going to call it up on the other screen actually and see how many he got in real life. So Billy McIntosh got 27, yeah. So like I say, it is quite well calibrated now, and I will have to get a quote on there. I've only done it on about 20 players at the moment. I've been doing that today. But there you go. So there's Billy McIntosh. So he's coming in, and I'm just going to hope he's the saving grace, and also George Farm as well. So George Farm is our keeper who's coming in. So I'm just going to compare him actually with the one we're losing, which is Jack Wallace. Oh, I can't do that. It's because I've not done it before. Right, never mind. I should have done that. But we're losing. Let's have a look. Jack Wallace Senior. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, Jack Wallace Senior. We're losing him. So you can see he's a big loss. He's joining Derby. Sorry, which is Derby's game. There you go. So that's what you have to cope with. Okay. So yeah, just be careful if you are Blackpool. It's a good challenge, and also Stoke as well, and Preston lose so many. Now in real life, Preston got relegated in the second season, 48, and they will in this as well. Well, they won't get relegated because they've not got a division below, but they nearly always finish in 22nd or 21st for that reason. So you can see how close it is. Right, okay, so let's go back to the league again, and I don't want to give too much away because tonight at 7 o'clock I'm going to release it. So like I say, you'll get a Google Drive folder. You're going to get in a short list of players, which you'll look at in a minute, short list of managers, so you can monitor them all, because you will get a little bit of leakage, and we'll talk about that in a sec. And then you'll also get tips to play it, how to set it up, how to install it, and stuff like this. So let's go here. Let's go back here. Let's go to player stats. So we've got player overview, and it should closely match real life now. Now, of course, we didn't have assists in those days as a stat, but you can see that you see what's happening. It's definitely most shots. Tommy Latton's got long shots. There we go. He was tall, powerful, agile, and crafty. He was fantastic at long shots. It's dropped it again. That annoys me, that does. Now, I've put him on 14 for long shots, but I think the CA and the PA is dropping him down because I've got it. I've not got it set right. But anyway, it doesn't matter anyway, does it? He's still having loads of shots anyway. Neil Franklin, who's sort of got a bit forgotten nowadays, but he's just an absolutely cracking defender. Best centre-half I've ever played with that against, says Tom Finney. And these quotes are going to be good. I'm going to keep putting these in. This is version 1, of course. It will get up to version 2 and version 3, and it's going to get closer and closer to real life as we go along. So that's pretty much it, really. Stanley Matthews, let's just have a look at his stats overall. I mean, look, 16 goals. Now, that's a lot of people, you might be surprised to know that he didn't actually score that many goals, score what you'd expect. So he only, for example, scored 5 in this first season in 28 appearances. So, you know, you might expect him to be more than that. But don't forget, when normal players hit their peak at this point, at this age, Stanley Matthews had another 18 years to go. So, you know, he's still got 15 acceleration at the age of 32. So he has got a few years in him. He normally retires about 39. And look at all these he's got. He's got run with ball down right, knocks ball past opponent, likes to beat opponent repeatedly. Now, I think, yeah, I've put that in. I think knocks ball past opponent, he might have gained that over the last year. I'm not really sure about that. I'd have to check that. And then you're also getting the internationals coming in as well, because they just naturally, organically gaining their internationals, because they've all started with a blank slate, which is quite nice. Right, so let's go back to the division again. So their player of the match. So Stanley Matthews is probably going to get the Ballon d'Or. You've got players like Wright Carter, I think it's Reich, who's bewilderingly clever, constructive, lethal in front of goal. There you go, 16. Yet unselfish, so he's got really good sportsmanship in the hidden attributes as well. But so let's have a look. We've done transfers, we've done this. What else was I going to show you? Right, okay, so shortlist managers. Let's see how we're doing with managers. Now, again, you've got this as well. So you can see, there we go. Eddie Hapgood gets sacked every single time. I don't really know why. So if you look at the milestones, there you go, Blackburn, and they've not got a manager yet. Now, what you'll find, it's a bit weird, this, you do get, I think that's a good sign, actually, they've not got a manager in yet, Blackburn, because what you do get is there is still a lot of managers out there, real world managers in the game. There's 340,000 people in the game, and I couldn't delete them all. I've downgraded a lot, so what you tend to have now is it'll be quiet for a while. You'll either get a new gen caretaker or something like that, or a real world person. One of these will get sacked, go there, and then Hapgood will take their place. So that's started to happen more and more, so that's quite nice. That. Let's have a look at the FA Cup. Let's see who won that. So the FA Cup, and I can't remember. I have got it somewhere on my list here. If I was a proper YouTuber, I'd have all these ready, and I could show you more historic winners. Here we go. So let's have a look who really won the FA Cup. In 46-47, it was Charlton versus Burnley. So Stoke won it this year. Let's see how Charlton did. So I should have known that, because one of my challenges was to try to get Charlton to, they got beat first round, just to try and get Charlton to win it. So I should have known that. But there you go. You still got a couple of things live, like the Nathaniel MG Cup. That's, I don't know if they're live or it's just this. I have made them, a lot of them, extinct. So there you go. The club screens as well. Let's have a quick look at the club screens. I did show you this before anyway last time. There's Blackburn. There's the empty job, of course. By the way, they've also got all real badges from the time, which quite often the coat of arms of the city, because a lot of them didn't wear them on the shirts. Blackpool were an exception. They did. You've got the proper trophy, and you've got the proper kits as well. So as far as I could make them, if you check it out, we have got the proper kits. There you go. Brentford. Some of the away kits were a bit hit and miss. So I basically tend to just go for a contrasting colour, because it's not always documented. Just have a little drink, so. But I think you'll find they're pretty accurate. I thought for a minute when I saw that, then I thought for a minute that was Liverpool. Sorry guys. Okay, so Grimsby, Huddersfield. There you go. But you know, I'm waxing on now. So you've also got the new gens coming through. Now, as much as I could make it, we have made the under-18 reserve league as well now, which does siphon off a lot of them, because these are infecting the first teams after a year, which is a bit of a bummer. So you can see they sort of kept out of the way now. Let's just have a look at the nationalities. So that's not too bad. So we've got most of them who are home nation. Got a few different ones there. And I was trying to make them home nation, because it is a bit unrealistic if we get too many foreign players. But a few are okay, because you did have some in the real league. You had South African at Liverpool, and you had a Swiss guy, Willie Stephen. Can't remember, Chelsea was it? Let's have a look. Who was Swiss? Let's have a look. Quite pleased with that. Willie Stephen, there you go. I need to get a quote on him as well. So there you go, guys. That's the database, and watch this space. It'll be on my Twitter, FM Heathen, and fmheathen.com on my blog, on my YouTube as well, of course. And that'll be released hopefully at 7 PM on the 21st of December. Now, there is one more thing I do need to mention. When you load the game up, and I will put this in the notes anyway, you will get an error screen, and you just dismiss it twice, and it'll work fine. I've been playing it for 7 years, and I've run 15-year tests on it. It's never crashed, so you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so before I start coughing again, thank you very much for listening and watching, and I hope you enjoy playing the 1946 to 47 database. Thank you very much.